everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Dragon Ball Z, Bojack Unbound. Now, as you know, Bojack Unbound is supposed to be the 9th movie in the Dragon Ball Z film series, and was released in July the 10th, 1993, and was also released at the time at Toei's Anime Fair, along with the Dr. Champ and Archie Can film, as well as the first Yu Yu Hakusho film. Now, pretty much, unlike most of the other Dragon Ball Z films, this one actually perfectly fits into the Dragon Ball Z continuity. As, yeah, it's kind of shown that some time has passed, a little bit of time has passed, as we do have Trunks returning back from the future, or the alternative timeline now, after the defeat of Cell. We do see the characters now entering another tournament, which kind of shows them, yeah, getting their minds off the Cell games. And we do see Goku enjoying his time basically on the other side after defeating Cell. And I would disagree with Dragon Ball University that this movie does fit in the continuity of the anime perfectly, and I will explain it later. So the premise of Bojack Unbound is meant to mostly be about a big fancy tournament hosted by a rich tycoon for his son, and we do see Gohan, also Krillin, Piccolo, and Yamcha all entering to the tournament, and as soon as they enter the final rounds, they end up being attacked by Bojack and his henchmen. Now, Bojack is meant to be this big, dangerous threat, and is just kind of thrown there to be a big, extendable anime villain. He's not really interesting, and he's just thrown in there just to have someone to punch around. And yeah, most of his henchmen are basically just thrown in there with no real reason. And what's interesting is Colleen Chickenbird, who also was roommates with Laura Bailey at the time, is also meant to be the voice of his other henchman, Sangla. Now, pretty much throughout the movie, it mostly just focuses on defeating Bojack, as well as Goku playing a small part to help Gohan, which ends up with Gohan defeating the villains with little effort near the end. Now, pretty much I would say the movie just feels like wasted potential, as you could have had shown that Chi-Chi's pregnant, and also could have shown her having doubts, or if not, banning Gohan from entering any tournaments in fear of losing him, like the way she lost Goku. And yeah, you could even have shown Chi-Chi finally accepting that fighting is in Gohan's blood, the same with and eventually would decide to train her future child. This really could have been an epic moment to give Chi-Chi some development. And yeah, as well is that it's kind of shown that Trunks now has a new sword, which does kind of show that he obviously had it rebuilt in the alternative future. And I do feel like, yeah, Mr. Satan's just thrown in there to be comedy. And yeah, we all know Mr. Satan is usually credited things that he's never really done. But I just kind of feel that Bojack's just thrown in there to be a dangerous threat, but not really. He's just quickly made short work of near the end, and doesn't really put up much of a bigger fight. So I do feel the movie does come off as a bit wasted and a bit lackluster. So I think somewhere Bojack Unbound bounded itself deeper and not really told a good story. So I think it deserves a thumbs down. Not one of the best, not one of the greatest, but by the end, it does know how to stabilize its continuity near the end. So, comic book reviewer here, signing out.